behave. They stole his teachings to draw people into both Christianity and Satanism. Then they're going to point the finger at the symbolism of Christianity and other religions, so that people release all of the teachings of Christ, thinking it was a fraud, for the final entrapment. It's very important that you stay balanced, because regardless of what's happening in this reality, you have got to stay you. The primary foundation of what you are is love, and that's what they don't want you to know. And the easiest way to do that is to come in the name of love and slowly tear you away from it, redefine it, to ensnare you in the web. Or I love this one, the spirituality of love in the form of dissociation, bliss.
Don't talk to me so firmly, you're putting me on a negative vibration.
Satan coordinates this bullshit New Age movement to get people to dissociate. It's no different than getting drunk. It's detachment from your normal instinct to try to help everybody in this realm. You become concerned with your own bliss. Therefore, you don't speak out against it unless you're speaking out to get other people to detach. Your detachment as you walk in the woods and think that you've accomplished something, and you think your whole world is of your negative ego, that isn't stopping a little child from being raped today. Your detachment. Part of your responsibility is to get the word out. So Satan knows that. It's very, very clever. And a total defense against that is getting you to hate Satan. Satan loves that. Why would Satan love that? Because you're giving it energy, and hate is not of your true nature. Therefore, if it gets you doing that, then you give it energy. So if you hate this consciousness, call it names and curse it, it has you. It's got you. Know thyself and be thyself. Do not be where you are. Be what you are, regardless of where you are. And the only way you'll know what you are is reconnecting to what you are. Which means you're going to have to dismantle the ego somewhat. Not the mind, just the ego. When you connect to the creative spirit, now, it's so difficult to be precise on this, because I don't want people seeking something outside of themselves. The way the creative spirit will interface with you will be with your spirit, which is it, a derivative of it. And then it will rise from within to command your mind. It will never speak directly to your ego. And people say, well, yeah, but the way you talk about it, it's like a conversation. No, that's my translation for you of understanding. It is my spirit that is teaching me. Do you understand that? And it gets the influence from something larger. I get a kick out of people thinking the Antichrist is going to be some sort of person with a title. No, it's this collective consciousness I've been telling you about. Anybody who is against the teachings of Christ. What's another way of saying against Christ? Antichrist. So, if you know anybody that's even publicly against, does not adhere to, or denies the teachings, not the man, the teachings, they are the Antichrist. The rise of the Antichrist, if I said the Asian flu is on the rise, I'm not talking about one individual virus, I'm talking about the collective strain, including all of the viruses in that strain. Do you understand that? The rise of man doesn't mean the rise of one man. So, the Antichrist consciousness and control system here was already there back then. The Antichrist, or diseased cancerous consciousness, is what murdered him then, and it has risen since. And those who are in control of the world are anti-Christ. It's obvious. You have sorcery being practiced on you. You have all kinds of control methods you couldn't even comprehend. Forgive them, they know not what they do. Why do you think you didn't know what you were doing? Because people think that demons somehow inject thoughts into your mind. No, your mind is a co-creation of you and foul play, whether it be mind control, a demon, or anything else. It's a co-creation, meaning a demon literally pushes your spirit out of the way, grabs the steering wheel, and uses your mind for its own intentions. In other words, it thinks for you, and the mind can't perceive that from outside of itself. Therefore, whatever it thinks it is thinking it. Therefore, the prison of the mind. And that is the phenomenon of the all-seeing eye, or the hive mind. Satan can speak through anybody at any time that it's connected to. So can the spirit. What is their primary agenda? They absolutely require you to feel responsible for whatever they have done to you, or it just won't work. I'll say that again. They absolutely need you to feel responsible for what they have done to and through you. They need you to be ignorant of the extra-dimensional influence, because if you're ignorant of that, you will blame everything on yourself. That's how it works. And so when you die, they come to you and create an illusion, a reality as real as the one you experience right now, and try to slam you quick. They'll come to you in whatever way they need to, based upon assessment of your mind. Your mind will be like a hard drive on a computer. They can access all of it right away, instantaneously, and will create the suitable illusion and excuse for your experience. Either you're learning a lesson and your soul is evolving, so you need to do it again, reincarnate again to grow. Bullshit. Or you have sinned and I'm judging you and I am Jesus, and you can either go to hell or you can reincarnate and learn your lesson. Bullshit. Or they'll just try to send you directly to a hell-like experience and allow them, law of contract, to torture you because you feel you were judged by God. They do all the shit through you, pervert you, corrupt you, and then use what they've done to and through you against you. And with each new life, they break your will until eventually you just give yourself to this cancer consciousness so it can absorb you for itself. Satan's intellectual strength grows with each new soul that it absorbs. You know, it's a growth. Do you understand that? It's growing like a cancer. The spirit will not judge you. It knows that you can't work without its guidance. Your design is to do that. Therefore, if you're disconnected, it knows you're not going to work correctly. Therefore, you must assess this world with truth. You must dismantle your belief systems or be as a child, meaning pre-programming. That's part of what entering heaven as a child means. Pre-indoctrination. Technically, I mean, you shouldn't have to teach a child not to kill. It wouldn't be in their instinct to want to do that because of the guidance of spirit. The spirit is very strong in a child. You get these, and people say, old souls are very wise. No, the real truth is the old souls are the ones that have been here and have been having their will broken over lifetimes. So the old souls are the ones that are just following the system, and they've lost a lot of their ability to perceive the truth. So you must know